entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now everyone, Matt Haywood here from entertainmentbuddha.com, and we're here today to break down the second official full-length trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home. But before we get there, just make sure that you've seen Avengers, how about Avengers Endgame, because there are major spoilers present in this new trailer. So there's your warning. Here we go with the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer breakdown and plot speculation vid. So the trailer opens in a world without Iron Man. Yes, Tony Stark is gone. We know that. We watch Endgame. He sacrificed his life to save the day. And it's clearly impacted the world, but also Peter Parker, who's talking to Happy here, essentially saying, everywhere I look, I'm reminded of the man. Like, man, that is a bummer. I don't know what to do, yada, yada, yada. To which Happy more or less tells him, like, listen, Peter, I miss Tony too, but I don't think Tony would have done what he did, aka sacrificing himself, if he didn't know you were here to kind of pick up the slack for him in his absence. So really, I think the gist of this movie is going to be propping Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, up to be maybe not the new Iron Man, but that level. I mean, he is expected to fill the void that Tony Stark being gone is going to leave in the MCU, and that's what this movie is going to prop him up to do, albeit begrudgingly on his part, as we see in the trailer. We now move into some scenes where, Spider-Man's doing his thing, probably being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Notice he's still wearing the Iron Spider suit he got from Tony because he's an Avenger now, remember. Made him official in Infinity War. But, he's doing his thing. He's beating up some thugs who look like they're robbing a restaurant or something. Cool looking action moment. But this isn't really Peter taking on the mantle of becoming Tony Stark yet. And this is him kind of doing what he did. Again, a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, as we hear him reiterate throughout this trailer. But hey, he's still good at kicking ass, hanging people with his nets. He even has a little fun with the police here that show up, and they're like, again, like I said, the whole point of this movie is going to be to drive Peter closer into taking over the mantle of the new Iron Man of the MCU. But even the cops are kind of ribbing him, like, hey man, are you going to become the new Iron Man? And he gives it back to him. He's like, well, I can't because I'm still doing your job. So this is Peter still kind of having fun, but also letting people know, like, hey, yeah, I'm the neighborhood Spider-Man, still kind of protecting things, doing cop duty, but I'm ready for a vacation. We now revisit a scene featured in the first Far From Home trailer, but now we get some more insights here where we now know that Nick Fury is trying to get a hold of Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. I mean, Happy's like, dude, you know who that is. You got to take the call. And you can tell from this scene that Peter is very reluctant. He doesn't want to become Iron Man. He doesn't want to join S.H.I.E.L.D. He kind of just wants to be a kid and enjoy doing teenager things. So he kind of, as Hogan says, ghosts Fury, which is a funny moment. So like I said, while the world and S.H.I.E.L.D. wants Peter Parker to be Spider-Man, the hero that he is, Peter just wants to kind of be a kid and get back to, dating MJ, who, by the way, hasn't aged, so she clearly got snapped out of existence too. But the movie is also going to play on Peter's personal life, in particular his love interest with MJ, which looks like that's going to come into the spotlight in this film. The trailer then offers up some new moments we haven't seen yet. I mean, yeah, we saw Ned get knocked out by Nick and kind of Peter being enlisted by Nick, but now we get to see where Fury was taking him, and this is some sort of underground S.H.I.E.L.D. base here where he meets Mr. Beck, who is, we know he's going to be Mysterio, an eventual villain for Spider-Man to take on. So it's kind of interesting that the two will be working together, and that Mr. Beck here is from an alternate Earth. That's right, they are officially making the multiverse official in Far From Home, as Fury explains that due to Thanos and all the snapping with the Infinity Gauntlets, that it's opened up rifts in dimensions. So Beck comes to our Earth, or the MCU's Earth, to kind of clean up these elemental monsters. Who knows what his ulterior motives are, because we know he's ultimately going to be a bad guy. But they're trying to get Peter to help them, and again, he's very reluctant to do so. He just kind of wants to be a kid, take a break from all the drama he went through in Infinity War and Endgame, and just hang out. So he's saying, I don't want to do this. Why can't Thor do it? To to which Fury replies, he's off-world. And then he's like, well, what about Captain Marvel? And then Maria Hill says she's indisposed. So Peter really does not want to work with S.H.I.E.L.D. and really do anything that, let's say, Iron Man would do to help save the planet. So that's definitely going to be a main plot point in this film, is Peter's reluctance to be the hero that he needs to be now that Tony is gone. This stage of the trailer kind of hits that fast forward mode where it starts throwing a bunch of action beats at you with some dialogue. So here we get to see what's probably going to be Molten Man. MJ's going to be in trouble, so you know what that's going to mean. There's a better shot of what we're thinking is going to be Magma Man, Molten Man, whatever the hell you want to call him, one of the elemental monsters that Fury was talking about earlier. Here we get a good shot of Peter in this kind of noir, Spider-Man noir suit. Pretty cool looking here. Ninja style Spidey. Like it, Pete. Like it. This was a great moment here because, again, Peter's like, dude, I don't want to do this. I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. To which Fury says, bitch, please, you've been to space. Loved it. Then we got a nice shot of Mysterio flying in. This looks like London, kind of doing his thing. I'm assuming this is going to be early on in the movie where he kind of shows he can be heroic. We still don't know what he's going to turn. As we've stated here, as we've seen in the trailer, Beck and Peter are going to work together, but Peter's still going to be like, dude, this isn't what I want to do. And Mysterio's like, well, what do you want to do? To which Peter replies, I just kind of want to be a kid. I want to be with my friends. I want to go back to my vacation. I want to be with my lady love, MJ, who quite funnily calls him out. Funnily, that's not a word, but whatever, I used it. Calls him out on, being Spider-Man. So she's pretty smart, this MJ girl. But liked how we're going to get some of this relationship playing out in this movie. And clearly she's probably going to be a damsel in distress, but hopefully one that saves herself without having Peter come save her. And we get some more action beats here. I'm guessing this might be like the Megazord version of these elementals. It looks like you got the water, the earth, and the fire all one and together. And this guy's going to fight it. Again, he's kind of coming off as a good guy, at least in these trailers. There's a good chance he will not be a good guy by the time the movie ends, but he's going to look cool doing it. I mean, there he is with the iconic Mysterio fishbowl head, and he's blasting out whatever the green shit that he shoots out of his hands. I don't really know much about this character, but looks kind of cool. Kind of Doctor Strange vibe to him. Science-y, who knows, but like I said, he's going to start good and then probably break bad. Here he is fighting the Megazord elemental monster, so who knows? I don't know why he's going to turn bad. That's the point of going to watch this movie. Maybe it's in the comics. I don't read the comics, and you guys know, but we're just back to here again. People begging Peter, like, dude, what do you want? We know you don't want to be doing this. What do you really want? What's Peter so surprised at? Is this him finding out that Beck and Mysterio are actually bad? Who knows, but he's definitely shocked. Here we saw this town in this trailer, in the first trailer. This is the one where Fury and Hill are kind of shooting at the Sandman looking elemental creature. There's some more action moments here. Here we get Peter literally looking like he's doing something Tony Stark would do, and they're talking about Tony Stark, so that theme will also be major throughout Far From Home. More awesome looking Mysterio action. I am excited to see this guy kind of at work because I don't really know much about the villain, but he does look cool, and Jake Gyllenhaal's a pretty damn good actor. This is a great moment here. Again, Peter Parker kind of feeling sorry for himself. I don't want this responsibility, and Fury's essentially like, dude, you know what? You got to suck it up. You got to do what's right. You got to do it for Tony. Then you get a shot of this. So as we open the trailer, there's going to be a lot of imagery. I mean, it seems like Iron Man has almost become a Christ-like figure at this point in time for what he did at the end of Endgame, which I think is awesome for the universe. All right, and then the trailer wraps with another return to an action set-piece montage. So here we get Molten Man, Magma Man, Fire Boy, whatever the hell you want to call it, fighting Spider-Man in his noir suit. So yeah, that's going to look cool. I believe this scene was teased earlier in the trailer, so it's going to be one of the bigger action set pieces in Far From Home. But then we get, at the end, kind of a funny moment with Happy. So clearly he is working with Peter Parker hand in hand, just like he did with Tony. So he flies in here to kind of help out the kids, and he's like, I'm here. I work with Spider-Man. They're like, you work for Spider-Man? And he's like, no, I work with. So that's going to be kind of a fun thing they play on. But Happy's plan goes awry when that gets blown up. So, and that's where the trailer ends. Who knows where it's going to go? But I like that they're bringing Happy back in and kind of linking him up with Peter Parker now that Tony's gone. That means the character's going to stick around and kind of provide these fun moments that Happy has been known to provide throughout the years, as well as touching ones, just like his cheeseburger moment with Tony's little girl in Endgame. So that's it, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed my Spider-Man Far From Home trailer number 2 breakdown and plot speculation piece. Who knows if I speculated anything or got anything correct, but that's the fun in doing these. So hopefully you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And remember, entertainmentbuddha.com will make you a better geek one post at a time.
entertainmentbuddha.com